One, I hope all of you are fine. So today let us start with the topic dilution of acids and bases. So what do you mean by dilution? Dilution is the process of decreasing the concentration of solid in solution. So what is the solid present in acidic solution? It is hydrogen ion, and in basic solution it is the hydroxide ion. So if we dilute an acid or base, so what will happen? The amount of hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion will decrease. So if the amount of hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion it is present in more amount, okay, amount is more, it is called concentrated acid. And when we will add water and we will decrease the amount of hydrogen ion or hydroxide ion in acid and basic solution, it becomes dilute. Am I clear? And dilution of acid is done with the help of water. And when we will add water to acid or the bases, you will see that it will become very much hot. That means a lot of heat is produced. That means the dilution of acid and base is highly exothermic. Okay. So how to dilute an acid or base? Should we add water in acid or bases, or should we add bases or acid in water? Am I clear? That means suppose I am giving you 1 ml of water and 1 ml of acid. Now what is the correct way of diluting that acid? Should you add this water to the acid or acid to water? Am I clear? Similarly it is for bases also. Now when you will add water to acid, what are the problem you may face? That let me explain. If we add water to acid, what can happen? Since it is a exothermic process, lot of heat will be produced, and what will happen? It may break the container also, because it will become hot. Okay, a lot of heat will be produced, so it may break the container. And another thing that may happen is that it may splash out and causes burns also. But when you will drop wise add acid to the water, it will produce heat. But the thing is that since amount of water is more and you are adding acid drop wise, so if it is drop wise, so 2-3 drops at a time, so what will happen? Heat will be produced, but that heat will be consumed by the large amount of water, so it will not create these two problems. Am I clear? So what is the best way to dilute acids or bases? You have to add acids or bases drop wise to water, but not water to acids or bases. Am I clear? So what do you mean by concentrated acid? Concentrated acid means in that acid amount of hydrogen ion present will be more. Okay. So and if the amount of hydrogen ion present is less in the equal amount of acid, then it will be considered as dilute acid. Now how strong are these acid or basic solutions? Am I clear to you? The presence of hydrogen ion or hydroxide ions decides how strong an acid or base is. Am I clear to you? So if the amount of hydrogen ion is more, it will be considered as a strong acid, and if the amount of hydrogen ion present is less, then it will be considered as weak acid. Similarly it is for bases also. Am I clear? Now how strong these acids or bases can be determined. That means what is the amount of hydrogen or hydroxide ion is present, that can be determined with the help of universal indicators. And universal indicators is a mixture of several indicators, and it shows different colors at different concentrations of hydrogen ions in a solution. Okay. That means for all acids the hydrogen ion concentration it is not same, so accordingly it will show different colors. Okay, universal indicator, it is a light yellow colored paper. If you put in different types of solution, you will get different types of colors. Okay, that means different changes in colors you will see for different concentrations of hydrogen ion. And the scale of measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution is called pH scale. Okay, now take out page number 25 everyone. If you check the diagram from 0 to 6.9, you will see that amount of hydrogen ion concentration, it is, you will see that from left to right amount of hydrogen ion is decreasing. Okay, so acidic character will also decrease. Okay, so 0 at pH 0 it is highly acidic, strongest acid, and for hydrochloric acid it is 0, and slowly acidity will decrease. Okay, and up to 6.9, 0 to 6.9 it is acidic. Now at 7 it is neutral, it is neither acidic nor basic, and from 7.1 to 14 it is basic. And you will see that from 7.1 to 14 hydroxide ion is increasing and amount of hydrogen ion is decreasing. Although in basic solution we will see hydroxide ion how much it is produced, but there also some amount of hydrogen ion will be produced, but the amount of hydrogen ion is much less than that of the hydroxide ion, so it will not be shown in the pH paper. Okay. Now take out page number 26, figure 2.7. You will see different changes in color. So for hydrochloric acid, it is the strongest acid, and if you dip the universal indicator paper in hydrochloric acid, you will see that it will become red. Okay, and slowly you will see that as the acidic character will decrease, okay, it will decrease, and the color will also changes from red to orange and slightly yellow. Then slowly up to 6 you will see that it will become light green, and at 7 for neutral pH it is green in color, and pH 8, 9 you will see that it will become more green, and at last you will see that for highly basic solution it is dark blue in color. Am I clear? So the pH for different types of solutions are given in your book, so those you have to remember. Now importance of pH in everyday life. Why pH is important? Now in case of human beings, our body works very nicely within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. That means from neutral to slightly basic conditions our body works well. If it becomes acidic, various types of disease may occur and we will become sick. Am I clear to you? So it is very important. Rainwater becomes acidic if its pH becomes less than 5.6. Am I clear? And if those rainwater flows into the river, what will happen? It will become acidic and aquatic animals cannot survive. So what we can do, we can check the pH of river water or in our body, and we can take medicines accordingly to become healthy again. Is it clear or not? Okay. Now suppose you want to grow some plants in your soil at your home. So what you will do? At first you have to check the conditions of the soil. If you take some soil and dissolve in water and test with a pH paper, you will come to know whether the soil has become acidic or basic, or what is the condition of the soil. Accordingly you can use whatever is required for your soil. If it is highly acidic, you can use some basic substances to make it neutral, okay, and accordingly plants can grow, because if it is highly acidic or highly basic, plants will not grow. Now we know that in our digestive system, hydrochloric acid helps to digest the food that we eat, but if we eat too much of foods at a time, what happens? It produces a lot of acids and we feel uncomfortable, okay, and we say that we are facing gastric problems. So what we can do, we can use mild bases, okay, like milk of magnesia, and we can get rid of the acids, because bases will neutralize the acid and our body will become alright. Similarly, tooth decay occurs when the pH of our mouth becomes less than 5.5. For that reason, we brush our teeth with toothpaste, which is basic in nature, because it can neutralize the acid. Our tooth enamel is made of the hardest substance, calcium phosphate, which is not dissolved in water, but it can be dissolved by or corroded by the bacteria present in our mouth, because it can release certain acids in it. For that reason, we use the toothpaste, which is basic in nature. Now, if honeybees sting us, what happens? It releases one acid called methanoic acid, and if we use some bases like baking soda or calcium hydroxide, it can neutralize the methanoic acid and we can get rid of the pain. Similarly, nettle plants, if we touch with our hand, what happens? It releases methanoic acid. So same thing we can do. So up to this, please read very nicely.